All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. We're gonna be talking about Peacemaker, season 2, episode 6. Ignorance is Chris. Yeah. So we get we pretty much get the gang going in to try to save Chris from this other universe. We'll get into more details and some spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, check out that video. It's been out for a little while now, so make sure you check it out. Come back, join the conversation down in the comments, and let us know what you think about this episode. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff happen in this one. It's kind of the beginning of the end, pretty much at episode 6, and there's 8 episodes, I think.
8 episodes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, so yeah. So but we'll start with Brandman. What you think about this episode?
I liked the beginning of the episode for sure, when you see the picture taken and then it kind of like melts.
Yeah.
Kind of sets the tone for what's about to happen. I liked that things like slowly went to crap as it progressed. Very much the slow burn episode of the series, and then that, just needless to say, that reveal at the end was like, oh, holy crap. And I think we all kind of discussed that early on in the season. That something felt very off about this alternate universe. I liked what they did with Vigilante also. It also makes me wonder if some of the other characters are going to run into alternate versions of themselves. It really, that cliffhanger, holy crap. I'm waiting hand and foot to see what happens next, because holy crap. I think we all knew that was coming, but the way that it hit was like, Jesus.
Yeah, seeing it happen is way more different than talking about and theorizing it happening, you know? Because I think once it comes to realization, you're like, oh shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's G.I. Robot when you need him?
Oh yeah. Exactly. Okay.
But yeah, it was a good one. Really left me wanting more. I'm very much in countdown mode.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Brian? What you think about the episode?
I mean, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Exactly what I thought we were going towards. I liked parts of it, and I didn't like some other thoughts about it. Like the fact that we have the Nazi world. It seemed like there was like very little crime. Everyone was very happy. All the streets were clean. Like all the positives. It's almost, though it's Nazi, but like they paint this picture of a perfect world. So like I didn't like this idea that if the Nazis won and they had this full Aryan world, it was perfect. And I did not appreciate that. I understand was like, oh, the twist is so cool. Because I agree, the twist is really cool. But that's literally what they painted, right? This world is basically a perfect world for those who are Aryan. You know? So like I didn't appreciate that. That's just me. For that. I thought also it was interesting that how Chris, once again, the ignorance of Chris cannot even notice it because, you know, you're so self-absorbed. He was so focused on himself. I mean, his father, the Blue Dragon, raised him. So like you understood that. As soon as Hardcore gets there, she's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, you know, like this don't seem right at all. Something's not right. She knew it, but Argus, if you noticed, the entire office is full of Black, Asian, Hispanic, Jewish. Like there are people all over the place. So of course she would understand and will see it immediately. My question is, how could Chris not and then call Adebayo his best friend? How did you not notice it? Maybe that says some more about Chris than it says anything else. But you saw it coming. I thought Adebayo did some really stupid things. I don't care if it's a regular nice neighborhood and I live there. I ain't just gonna go jogging or walking down the damn street. Not me. No, I don't know the damn world.
You're in an alternate universe. Stay your ass inside. What are you doing?
Like, why?
Yeah.
if I'm at my friend's house, I mean, we all been teenagers. You've been over someone's house and parents didn't know. Don't you just stay in the room, especially if it has a bathroom? Why are we going out exploring? What are we doing here? So,
also, by the way, I meant to mention the last 30 seconds, Economos kind of pissed me off. I was screaming at the screen, dude, shut up, shut up, shut up. You're talking too much. Shut
there's
up.
No reason to say all those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, and I know one thing I did question was Vigilante. When he came home, his mother didn't look like she was what you would consider Aryan white, like will work in that in that world. So this Vigilante, the one alternate universe Vigilante, did he start this movement because they took his mom?
Ooh, that is a good. Yeah.
So those are like,
well, no, because she was there. No, she was there. Because remember, he walked in. Oh yeah, because remember the main universe Vigilante like just came in the house and he just walked past his mom and his dad, and he's like, "Oh, in this universe, my dad's not gay," you know. And I was like, so I was like, which would make sense because of the kind of world it is. Like, you can't be gay, otherwise, they'll take you. So,
but then she didn't look like she was fully white. That doesn't make any sense.
She definitely looked.
So I don't know. I thought that's something that's going to have to be identified. So then that makes me wonder: is it Aryan, like just Jewish and black people, or is it like Jewish, Hispanic people, and black people? Like, how far does this go? Is Judo Master going to be a problem? Is he already there? There's so many questions to go along with it. But I don't want to forget that I did have that problem that you're painting this world as a perfect world if you didn't have these other people in it. So
that is interesting. Also, like, because I wonder, like, was what you're saying, like, was it the perfect world? Is like, how big is this? Is it just like a cul-de-sac, or is it a city? Like, like,
the whole flag. It was the United States flag was
United States flag. Yeah. So like is it just like the country? But would it be the world? Probably. I don't know. It's because like
if it's them, they'll have to get to the entire world, right?
Yeah. So because it also could be very much like fear, like because like the Sons of Liberty, which is super funny because Sons of Liberty in real world, is a white supremacist kind of group from what I've seen at least. Where in this world,
in DC, Vigilante is one of the people that started the Sons of Liberty.
In that world,
No,
but in that world,
DC
they're anti.
In DC Comics.
Oh, really?
I
don't know that. But I mean, that would make sense, I guess, with there. But but with I just find it like very interesting. Like I agree with everything you said with like with Chris. Like it reminded me of like the people who were like, I don't see color. I was like, well, then you don't see any of the issues then, because if you're ignoring that. And it's kind of like Chris, because I was watching somebody else talk about it, and if you go back to season one, when the one guy in the hospital was like, hey, you kill a lot of minorities, he's like, I'm not racist. He's like, yeah, but like, he's like, I killed some white people too. He goes, yeah, but the ratio is very sus.
Very skewed.
So it's very much like he has this like blind spot, or color blindness, or whatever the hell he wants to call it, that I find like kind of interesting, where like it was brought up in season one, and then they kind of do it here, where the Sons of Liberty, they were all white dudes, and he killed them, so I don't know, it's just, he's so interesting of a character, because like I was like, you're kind of dumb. Obviously, he's fucking dumb. He wears a toilet seat on his head. But it's just like, he's also like just like ignorant. And like the title of this episode, 100% on
kind of
point.
willfully ignorant. I think he was so. I think he was just so hopelessly um, occupied in the fact that everything was going so well for him. You know, he had his brother, he had his father. His father didn't seem like such a as big a dirtbag as he was in his universe. That
Mm-hmm.
he was just tuning everything else out. I think he was so disenchanted with everything going wrong on his universe, even though he's usually trying to do the right thing. You know, he was just riding a very big high.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, he was just tuning everything else out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
like, I don't know if any of you guys watch Straw Hat Goofy. He's another like a movie review guy, big on TikTok and stuff like that.
mhm.
And I was watching him talk about it, and like he was like spot on when he's like Chris being in this world just proves like his white privilege. You know, it's like
100%.
he didn't
I talked
have
about that with
to.
Hanzo.
Yeah, he didn't have to prove. He didn't have to like worry about like he didn't have to look out for like anything. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
he's a white dude, but he's also like a white dude who like
He's like
who wants to be a hero. So it's like he's given everything
ultra
he's wanted.
toxic masculinity, white
Uh-huh.
man who
Uh-huh.
like honestly the world the rules are built for him. So when everything goes his way, he doesn't notice any of the negativity.
Yeah.
It is he's definitely that's just white privilege. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Just so
100%.
you have no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, you know, like he doesn't have to worry about the issues of minority, and it proves it in this point where she's literally just walking in the street, on the sidewalk, just minding her own damn business, and people are like, and I liked how James Gunn like made these people in the neighborhood like fucking animals, man. They're running out of their house, they're screaming, slamming on the brakes, and all jumping out of the cars, and just like freaking out, like it's like it reminded me of like very
Mm.
like just like I don't
Night
know,
of the
man. I don't
Living
know how to
Dead.
explain. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you saw like they saw something and they're just like, oh my god, they just got so upset
And
for just a very like like idea of a black person like
We
yeah,
went
around them.
and
Lord,
when
we went real close to she's all black.
and not only that,
Yeah.
he screamed one got out. It makes you wonder what's
No,
going on with
Did
the
it? I
ones
missed
that did
that.
not get
there's
out.
it's like concentration
Oh,
camp.
100%.
100%
100%.
Yeah.
concentration camps.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I definitely see that coming.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Is there's going to be some kind of like concentration camp and stuff like that. Yeah, like Judo Master, we didn't see him at all in this episode, so like he's gonna be, and he's like a badass, at least when it comes to fighting. So it's gonna be interesting to see that part of it all. And it's just,
Do you think that they're just going to leave that world the way it is?
I don't know.
Are they going to just because you're doing this in episode 6? There's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Are they going to just leave the world the way it is?
I don't know.
I
I don't
have no
know.
idea. I hope not.
How do you solve it?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same exact thing. Like, how would you even solve that?
I mean, I guess they would allow, or at least help the freedom fighters or the Sons of Liberty and anybody who's in the concentration camp to, rise up, and then maybe you can leave. Like, here, you can unify and fight, the freaking Nazis, and that might be a good way to do it. I don't know. It'd be really. I kind of do hope, because I know Brandman brought it up. I kind of hope they bring in GI Robot
G.I.
at one
Robot.
point.
Yeah.
He's like, here you go, because who else is a perfect world for besides GI Robot? Like,
he'd have
here you go, man.
He'd have the
Fun.
time of his life.
Yeah, like, and then like at the end of Creature Commandos, he's like rebuilt, so he's not like this like stick figure of a robot anymore. Like, he's a fucking tank, so throw him in that universe and here you go.
Close the door.
Close the door. I mean, that's one way to do it, like, release everyone in the camps, stuff like that. I can see maybe even like Judo Master deciding to stay, because he's like, I can actually make a difference in this world, rather than just being like a dude, in that world. I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna not just leave it alone. They just can't be like, close the door behind them and then lock
Hey,
it.
we got
Like,
out. We got
yeah,
out. That's enough.
it's
That
gonna
would
be
be
something.
really difficult to deal with.
It's gonna be
Something
something.
we didn't talk about, I guess, for me will be the fact that Chris is going to kill his brother again.
100%.
He's going to kill his father
Um,
and his brother.
Banana brought that up.
I think
I don't think
talked
he has
about
a
this
problem killing his dad.
I think he does because the way he was treated when he was there. And
I think
he
his dad's
always
gonna turn
wanted
on him
that.
like super quick. His dad's like, "You're not him," and
Now, because of what Economos did. Tell him, oh, that's not even him. He killed your son already, so of course he's going to do that. But he's going to have a hard time still killing, his dad and his brother, and going back to where it was. That's just going because that's what you have to do.
Yeah, that is Earth 6 in the comics.
So Earth 2 and Earth, the original Earth. So in Earth 2, the Sons of Liberty are like the Sons of Liberty in our world. Like they're trying to overthrow the government, but they're the bad people.
Mm.
In the right world, the Sons of Liberty, right. In our world of DC, would it be Sons of Liberty? Will be the actual good guys. They're trying to overthrow fascism and things like that. So, and they're seen as a terrorist group, but they're not really. So there's because they have Earth and Earth 2 and how everything's topsy turvy. You have two things. So you type in Sons of Liberty and you're going through that stuff. You're going to see that they have a negative part too, but there's a positive one too because it's the original. The original timeline is positive for the Sons of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
And you will find Chris. I think Chris becomes as part of it. Vigilante's part of it. There's a lot of different people that are part of that too.
Yeah,
So.
but this Nazi world is Earth X in the comics, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it should. This should be Earth X. Yes.
Yeah. Well, which like at first I'm like, because there's the picture of David Cornsweet in his Superman suit, with Peacemaker, and I'm like, I don't think they bring in Superman anymore. Like, I don't think he's gonna be in the show because even if they do the Nazi Superman, I don't know if James Gunn would want that associated with Superman yet,
unless he was killed.
Unless you kill him,
and he was killed by David Cornsweet, Superman from our universe.
The real Superman. That'd be interesting, but that might be a little too pulling
like
away from Peacemaker. Well, no, I think but yeah, no, 100% like the movie. Like if you ever watch any because Arrowverse did Earth X too. They did a Nazi world, and they did Supergirl was a Nazi Supergirl. So yeah. So, but yeah, man. Like, also, like I just like how everybody like you want to think like everyone's different, right? In this universe, like it's the opposite of them, but it's not. Like Vigilante in the main universe hates Nazis, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this other universe, he also hates Nazis. Like he's still the same person. It's just the tweak of who he's associated with. The same thing. His dad, what it was, Blue Dragon or whatever. Chris's dad is like he's still a racist piece of shit. He just so happens to be a hero to other racist piece of shit. Yeah. So like all these people are still the same people. It's just circumstances have changed. The people are still the same. Which I always found like very like interesting the way they did it. Because Vigilante is the exact same Vigilante. Like down to the weird quirks he had. But
yeah,
in season 1, Vigilante's like, I hate Nazis, like F Nazis. So yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they do this, and then will it be a Adebayo?
Yeah, she's right now my biggest interest in the next 2 episodes.
What about Rick Flag? Rick Flag gets to that world, and his son is there. How does he react to it? Does his son is he still a really good guy, and does he go back to the other world with him?
That'd be interesting.
There's a lot of things that could happen. Maybe Chris No, he like Rick Flag Jr. is starting to fight with Peacemaker, and he saves his life and delivers him to Rick Flag Sr.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Does that get some of the heat off of him?
Mm-hmm.
That's not my son, but he's very much like my son, and I get a second chance at being with him because I never really did anything with him, and I didn't really raise him. It's just a second chance at doing these things. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Does Tim Meadows die?
I saw somebody say Tim Meadows needs to meet Hot Girl with his bird blindness.
Oh my God.
I kind of want to see that now because it's so stupid.
Yeah, because I feel like she's gonna have to show up at least once more in this. Season.
Yeah. And I feel like she's not a big enough actress yet. Where like obviously she did show up in this, so and she show up I think one more time, especially with the bird blindness thing. We're still like, but yeah. So there's still the eagle-y kind of stuff going on that just kind of never kind of. Well, I guess he's in the other universe, but
he's in the other universe. He's Prime Eagle, so he's gonna be there. He's gonna be all his eagle buddies together. He's gonna say attack.
Yeah, go crazy. So one last thing before we go, and I kind of wanted to save this towards the end anyway, was the big cameo of the episode where Rick Flag Sr. goes to the jail. I forgot what jail it was in Arkham.
Belle Reve.
There you go. Goes to Belle Reve, and I don't know how you guys. I expected Amanda Waller. I know me and Brian were talking about this. Like,
that was Amanda Waller.
Yeah,
like Nicholas Hoult. I was like, Lex.
We got Lex.
Mm-hmm.
We got Lex. A very angry Lex too.
Mm-hmm.
A very But what you guys
walking
think?
with a cane after Crypto freaking mauled him.
It's destroyed him. Yeah. He said, "Damn girl, what kind of Birdman are you?"
He wouldn't just say. He was just thinking she was a regular girl.
Yeah, right. Or when she gets the wings, he just like
where did she go? Where did she go?
It was really cool to see Lex Luthor appear in this episode. Yeah. So what do you guys think about him showing up? Was it fitting? Was it weird? Was it cool? What do you guys think?
No, I thought it was really, really fitting. I thought it was really cool to see him. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
The fact that James Gunn was able to get Nicholas Hoult in for this episode was great, and I really liked Lex's dialogue. It felt very Lex. I liked how Flag is kind of utilizing him. It felt organic to the plot rather than a cameo just for the sake of being a cameo. It functioned in pushing the plot, pushing the plot forward. Yeah, and it was, like I said, it was unexpected. I heard like a little something about a cameo as I was sitting down to watch the episode, but I didn't know who, and then I was speculating in my mind, and then I was like, "Holy crap!" Yeah, awesome cameo. Yeah. Really cool that that Nicholas Hoult was able to show up for it.
Yeah. What are you, Brian? What do you think about it?
I was wondering what the ramifications of him being there might be. What if he helps get them out of that Earth X? What if he is the reason they get out? Does that take time? Does Lex get released because of something he's done? So now and he quietly builds his own empire again, builds it all the way back up quietly this time. And after we deal with Brainiac, we still have Lex around. I think that it could be a plot device. It could be something that you use, a small tidbit that they use to get Lex out of jail, basically.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. It's setting up something later, especially for that character. But like when I first saw him, like it was cool. Like I enjoyed it. It made sense. Like Brandman said, like the whole multi-portal universe, whatever thing, that the Superman movie dealt with and what the Peacemaker's dealing with. It still seems very different, but also in the same vein of other world, kind of stuff. But for me, like when I sat and thought about it, I'm like, this kind of shows like the audience that these actors are in it for like the long haul. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I feel like getting somebody like David Coin Sweat, to show up in it would have been a lot easier because he's not doing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like he is Superman, and I think that's what he's gonna tie his career on, like being Superman, at least for a while. Where Nicholas Hoult,
Mhm.
he's been on a bunch of different things, and he does a bunch of
Yeah.
different things. And for him to show up even in this small little cameo kind of shows like he's in it for the long haul. Like he's like, this is what I'm gonna be, and it's something that we look at Marvel, early on, these guys signed 10-year contracts, something like that. So like they were in it for the long haul, or now it's not so much. So getting somebody like that in the DC universe to be like, I am Lex Luthor, it was like, okay, I thought it was pretty like cool of him to do that,
I saw
obviously
it
it's probably in
differently
a
because
contract, but still.
with Nicholas Hoult, he's big enough of an actor, but this is a character that people love. Lex Luthor is a huge character, so I don't think it was out of the realm of possibility him going and doing these things, and that would be anything wrong with him doing it, or that he wouldn't be excited to be able to do that. So I mean, I wasn't shocked to see Nicholas Hoult in this, and I expected to be Lex Luthor for at least the next 7 years, 8 years. So
But I mean, just in a time when no one's signing these long contracts, anymore, like for somebody of his level, granted he's not like, award-winning top of the tier, but he's like a pretty well-known actor who's been in a bunch of different things, to come in and make time to make sure he still has time to show up as a cameo as Lex. I thought it was just I don't know, just proved to me it was like, like he's in it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just don't think I just don't see him leaving. Because I mean, basically everyone. Only one who hasn't been in this thing has been Mr. Terrific. Everybody was already been in it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think it surprises me, but whatever.
Oh, I would. Oh man, now I'm thinking about. I would love a Mr. Terrific cameo.
Absolutely.
Let Mr. Terrific save the day.
Yeah.
Let Mr. Terrific go to Earth
Absolutely.
X and save the damn day. Let's go.
I mean, he did it. He did it in Superman.
He did it in Superman, right?
So
And they
yeah.
say, oh, how did you do this? I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific.
Can you imagine Mr. Terrific in that universe? Like,
Right.
oh, he would just tear shit up.
Mhm.
He would tear shit
I'd
up.
be
I
all
would
for
be down.
that.
I
What
would
if
be down.
he's the leader of the movement? He's the leader of the movement, and he kills everybody.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. But like this is why like having these cameos and stuff like that is like it opens up to like, okay, what else are we gonna see? Because we saw two of them, in the beginning of the season. Now we're getting Lex, like, and James Gunn hinted at like there's gonna be a few cameos towards the end of the season. So I'm interested. Yeah. And no one is signing Marvel long-term contracts anymore.
Yeah, no.
Why?
I mean, they're changing, they're ending the entire world. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. He goes, well, I'll be damned. There's no black people here. Yeah. It took Harcourt like the first time she left the house to realize that shit. She's just, she's in the back seat, getting driven to like a government building. And she's like looking around and like instantly noticed something's off. Peacemaker has people crying and stuff over him, and he's like, best universe ever. It was like,
Real funny.
Yeah. Holt will be Lex Luthor as long as Hugh Jackman.
You'll be 9 years old. You're gonna still be Lex Luthor.
You're saying Wolverine is Wolverine. He's been still.
Well, I mean, we already know that Marvel already paid him for his body afterwards. That's his. They're going to string him up, and
you imagine?
They're going to do it. They're going to Bernie him. We can have Bernie's.
Do you want to send Mr. Terrific into a German N-word universe?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what will
F
happen?
things up. He would F things up. Like if he did that to all those like military people on the base there, and he did that easily, so him to go there and like, Yeah.
How about to make it really easy? Let's make it really easy. What we'll do is say, G.I. Robot and Mr. Terrific walk into the world and say, we'll take care of it. And then you don't have to worry about that world ever again.
The door closes.
Yeah. And that's
you
the
hear like
end.
screams in the background.
You don't have to do anything else crazy. You don't have to solve anything. You see Mr. Terrific and G.I. Robot walk in there and it close the door.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad, because then the next time you see Mr. Terrific, like afterward, he's like, we took care of it.
Exactly.
We took care of it. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Nah. Because you want to see like that kind of world burn.
Get its comeuppance,
yeah. And by specifically, like Brian said, like by those two characters, like that like, it'd be that satisfying, like, yeah, let's get it. In that universe, the Justice Leagues are Nazis. Yep, the Crime Syndicate or whatever they're called.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why I don't know how deep they're gonna go into it. Because we're also right now, they make it seem like Peacemaker, his dad and his brother are like
the number one heroes in the world.
Yeah, the number one heroes. So yeah. So, but yeah.
Technically, Superman is an alien. And they don't like aliens.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true. Oh man. But you guys got anything else before we move on?
No, I mean, I think I just wanted to make sure that I didn't like the idea, the perfection thing.
That is an interesting thing. Yeah. That is a very interesting thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anything else, Brandman?
That's about it. I need it to be Thursday because I want to see what happens next.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited these next 2 episodes. But cool. That is our thoughts, our little review for episode 6 of Peacemaker season 2. But we want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on the replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Any theories you got? Any way you want to see all these Nazis get taken out in the world? Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us when we talk about the next 2 episodes and how this all ends, and other fun, nerdy stuff as well. But we appreciate everyone in our live chat. We want you guys to stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night.